Okay, today we're looking at 7.22a standard. It says identify the physical characteristics of a place, identify and describe various landforms. So as a teacher, the way I would go about doing this is I would use the apps Vern, which I'll talk about later and give you the link, and Google Earth. So I would go ahead and start our lesson by introducing our KWL charts. I would start by, what do we know about a topic? And in this instance, our topics would be the 4 different landforms. So for example, what do we know about mountains? I think I would do 2 a day. So what do we know about mountains? What do we know about plains? And I would have learners write that down. And then after we had a short discussion about those landforms, I would go ahead and we would fill out, what do you want to know? What do you want to know more of about these landforms? So then I would introduce Google Earth. So I would go ahead as the teacher and I would project my screen onto the board, and I would have, I would type in, something on Google Earth that would represent mountains, or something on Google Earth that would represent a plain. And then the learners would do that too. And Google Earth gives the learners a visual representation, a 3D visual representation of what these things look like. So then they can go ahead and write down what they are learning about these. What do they look like? And of course, I would provide them with an example of what I'm looking for to see on these KWL charts. They can also draw pictures if we need an accommodation, something like that. So I'm going to use an example, mountains, because I was really excited about this Vern app. So this Vern app actually gives us, it's really cool. I can't download it because I have an iPad and it's only available through Android, which could be a problem for some school districts. But if you're an Android provided school district, this Vern app is awesome. So you can go in, it's called Vern, you type it in on your iPad, and you download it, and it comes up, and it's like this abominable snowman, and you get to go through the Himalayas. You can hang glide through the Himalayas. You can, I don't know, there's all these crazy things you can do. But I was watching a video on it. It's really cool, and I think that will be a really cool way and a really fun thing for learners to do, to learn about mountains and what they look like, since we can't, take a trip to the mountains together, all 25 of us. But that would be an awesome way for learners to learn that way. So after we are done with our Google Earth and our KWL charts, at the end, this will be kind of like the assessment, just to see what learners are actually learning. So for example, if I ask learners, I'm going to ask learners to draw a picture of what these landforms look like. So for example, if a learner draws me a picture, and I ask them to draw me a picture of mountains or the mountain landform, and I don't see any mountains in their picture, maybe they don't understand what mountains are. So maybe that's something I can go back and assess and talk to them about, or maybe I'm just not understanding their picture and what it looks like, and they can come over and explain it. But yeah, thanks.